You're watching Good Morning Suncoast at 6.
Coming up, check your tickets. There's at least one winner in the Mega Millions jackpot. We'll tell you where that winning ticket was sold. Plus, new developments out of Saudi Arabia on the missing Washington Post journalist. We'll tell you why his son sat down with the Saudi prince. And the Sarasota County Jail is literally overflowing with inmates. We'll tell you what the sheriff plans to do to try and cut down on their overcrowding issue. Good Morning Suncoast starts right now. Good morning, I'm Jess Daldrick. It's October 23rd on your Wednesday morning. Ray Collins is off today. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's head right over to meteorologist John Scalzi for the latest on your first alert forecast. John.
A little bit more cloud cover around today, Jess. I think we'll see some breaks in the clouds, though, and that will let some sun in. But at times it'll be mostly cloudy. At other times it'll be partly sunny. That's just the way it's going to be. The further south you go, the more sunshine you're going to see, and we're kind of on the edge between persistent cloud cover and some clearing, so it's kind of a tough cloud forecast, but I think that pretty much covered it. Back to the west, the area of low pressure develops. It'll bring us better rain chances as we head into Friday. We'll have that complete forecast for you coming up in a few.
All right, thank you so much, John. Taking a look now at first alert traffic. We begin in Manatee County, a slight slowdown at US 301 at State Road 70. Another one at US 41 if you're heading northbound on State Road 70. If you head further south into Sarasota County now. Taking a look there, some major buildup if you're heading north on US 301 into Manatee County, north of Fruitville Road. And as we head even further south into southern Sarasota County, there's nothing to report there at 6:01 on your Wednesday morning. Developing overnight, better luck next time. There's at least one winner in the highly anticipated Mega Millions lottery. The jackpot had grown to $1.6 billion ahead of last night's drawing. And if you're still feeling lottery fever, don't worry. The Powerball jackpot is up to over $600 million with that next drawing scheduled for later tonight. ABC's Kenneth Moten has the latest on the big winnings.
And we have a winner.
It's Mega Millions. Third in tonight's Mega Millions jackpot.
With a historic $1.6 billion up for grabs, at least one winning Mega Millions jackpot ticket sold somewhere in South Carolina.
Again, tonight's winning numbers are 28, 75, 62, 65, and the gold Mega Models 5.
The Mega Millions ballooned to Mega Billions last week, breaking a world record. The jackpot just got bigger and bigger. No winner since July.
It only takes one. That's all. One play.
The jackpot and the unprecedented cash payout of $904 million had lotto fever spreading across the U.S.
I'll go crazy with the whole thing. I wouldn't know what to do with it.
In Arkansas, people from Mississippi crossed the border to line up. This aerial view from Nevada shows those who waited hours, hoping to buy that lucky ticket.
If we win, I'm going to buy a school.
The new billionaire could also buy the Buffalo Bills or 1.6 million iPhone 10s. The winner may want to relax in this $30,000 a night Four Seasons hotel suite in New York or buy a few new Bugattis, $2 million apiece. But remember this warning from the experts. If you are the winner,
don't call your mother, don't call your best friend, call your lawyer.
Mega Millions is still waiting on other states to report their results to see if there's another winning ticket. Lotto fever is not over. Tonight's Powerball jackpot is up to $620 million. Kenneth Moten, ABC News, Washington.
New developments now out of Saudi Arabia, where the son of a Washington Post writer, Jamal Khashoggi, was called to the royal palace there to accept condolences for the death of his father. He shook hands with the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, who is suspected of having a role in the death of his father. Even though his father's body is still missing, President Trump now denouncing the Saudi cover-up.
They had a very bad original concept. It was carried out poorly, and the cover-up was one of the worst in the history of cover-ups. Whoever thought of that idea, I think, is in big trouble.
Secretary of State Mike Pompeo now says this won't be the last word on the matter, but so far there's no sign the U.S. is holding the Saudi Crown Prince responsible. For the latest on this story, plus breaking news and your up-to-the-minute first alert forecast, head over to our app. You can find it in the App Store under WWSB or My Suncoast. Back here on the Suncoast, the Sarasota County Jail is literally overflowing with inmates. The operational capacity for the jail is 867. The physical amount the jail is built to hold is 1,020. The current capacity is well over that now, with 1,043 inmates. The sheriff met with the county commissioners this week to address these and other issues. He says although the amount of arrests have gone down over the past year, longer sentences and people not being able to pay their bond have made the jail more crowded. And due to lack of space, it's becoming an increasingly violent place.
Seeing some increased disciplinary standards that are being violated by the inmates because of the housing, which keeps them in longer. We're seeing inmates become frustrated now and fight with each other. We did have an inmate breaking our inmate's jaw recently because of the overcrowding.
While there was no solution decided for this problem, the sheriff says because many of the people in the jail are there for a quality of life crime, he would prefer to see people going through rehabilitation programs rather than being locked up. Construction for a new shopping center in South Sarasota is now underway. The West Villages Marketplace will be on the corner of West Villages Parkway and US 41. The first part of the project includes a massive Publix that will include a full-service pharmacy, a large bakery, and a deli. That project is expected to be done by this time next year. In addition to the Publix, Marketplace leases include Heartland Dental, Sparkle Bright Pools, a Japanese and Thai restaurant, China One, All-Star Laundry, and a nail salon. Meanwhile, construction is starting on a new single-family homes in Lakewood Ranch. The Hidden Creek community in East Sarasota is adding 2 new houses. Homes in that neighborhood run from the mid-200,000s to $300,000. Construction should be completed by next year. And if you're on the hunt for a job, the U.S. Postal Service is hiring in Sarasota. USPS is looking for rural and city carriers for the holiday season, and they say some of those temporary jobs may lead to permanent positions. Salaries range from nearly $17 to almost $18 an hour. Carrier positions require a valid state driver's license, a safe driving record, and at least 2 years of documented driving experience. A written exam is required, and background checks are conducted. Applications are available online. Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, we'll tell you why the actor behind horror movie villain Freddy Krueger is taking the iconic character to TV. And coming up at 6:30, we'll tell you how the Manatee County Sheriff's Office is in the right place at the right time to save a baby's life. We're taking a live look outside over the city of Sarasota. A beautiful morning to start your day. For more on that forecast, we head over to meteorologist John Scalzi.
Yeah, we're going to get a little bit of sunshine around here today, mixed with some clouds, and you may still want to take your walk at the beach this evening. If you do, it should be a pretty nice evening and pretty nice afternoon. We'll top it out at about 85 with a sun-cloud mix. Don't expect to see much in the way of rainfall, and the UV index will still be at an 8. The latest from marine spotters indicating a couple of beaches have low levels of irritant in the air from red tide, but other beaches absolutely free and clear. Winds generally out of the east for the next about 12 to 24 hours, then shifting more to the west. We'll have the complete forecast for you coming up in a few.
The skills you develop as a soldier in the Army National Guard can give you a head start on your career. Gain practical experience with technology and equipment that will give you a leg up in the civilian world. Learn critical leadership skills and to be part of a team. Serve your community and your country part-time while earning money for an education. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn about the paid training and career opportunities available to you in the Army National Guard.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru vehicles hold their value better than any other brand for 2018, according to ALG. And Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's most trusted brand for 4 years running. The Subaru Impreza is an IIHS top safety pick for 11 years running. Lease a new Subaru Impreza today for just $182 a month, or get 0% financing with 0 down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
We answered the call of duty and left our homes to serve in far-off lands. Now, we answer another call, this time at home, in our own communities, to respond in times of chaos, to use our strength, our skills, and our experiences to bring hope amid devastation and destruction. Together, as a team of brothers and sisters, we're continuing our mission to make this country a little stronger and a little better each day. We are Team Rubicon.
Hamilton was adopted from a rescue in 2008. He really likes to be around people. And as soon as I start to make my breakfast, Hamilton is right there. I get out my mat and I'm doing a downward dog and he's underneath. He's quite the pug about town. He gets invited to a lot of parties. He knows he's a pretty big deal. I mean, look at this little face. How could you not love him?
We just finished dinner and it was time for homework. He hates homework.
It makes no sense.
I don't know how he finds anything in his backpack.
I can't find my backpack.
I couldn't even read his handwriting.
Holding the pencil makes my hand hurt.
I know he's bright.
Why is it so hard for me?
He's just gotta try a little harder.
I can.
When you can see learning and attention issues from their side, you can be on their side. Go to understood.org, a free online resource with support and tools to help your child thrive.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert weather forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
72-degree air temperature, a little bit of cloud cover out there right now. The air temperature and the feels-like temperature exactly the same. The humidity is still pretty low at 87%. The dew point value, though, has risen. It's now up to 68. Remember, when we started off the week, we had some upper 50s for dew points. So some changes taking place, in part due to a little bit more moisture coming in from the Gulf waters, and also because we had a southeasterly wind there for a while yesterday, and the easterly wind continues to bring in moisture over the course of several days from the Atlantic, moving it across the peninsula into our area. That's what's happening now. We'll see a spike in that dew point, I think, as we head into tomorrow evening, and our winds shift to a more southwesterly direction. That westerly direction to the wind should be about a 24-hour to 48-hour event before they shift back to the northeast and we draw down drier air. Drier and less humid air. In fact, the upcoming week looks really nice. Talk about it in a sec. Temperatures rising up to about 85 for a daytime high today with little chance of rainfall. We do have a lot of cloud cover out there, kind of residual leftover clouds from a trough of low pressure that produced rain showers out in the Gulf yesterday, and a few of them moved onshore to Manatee County over the course of the overnight. We're seeing some clouds and showers amassing in parts of Texas. We'll see a low pressure area there develop. It'll tap into some moisture from Willa as it continues to drift northward, falling apart as it crosses the mountains of Mexico. But still, its moisture will remain intact aloft and be encircled in this low pressure circulation. As the whole system moves to the east, we get a chance at seeing some rainfall fall. First from a frontal boundary lifting northward. That'll be tomorrow, increasing cloud cover, bringing a chance of late day rains. And then on Friday, a frontal boundary approaches with a chance of seeing some stronger storms, maybe some thunderstorms, although the severe weather threat looks confined toward North Florida. Today, partly cloudy skies, more clouds around tomorrow with lower cloud bases, and then that rain chance on Friday, followed by some clearing and some more pleasant weather as we head into the weekend. Forecast calls for a northeast wind at about 10 knots, becoming more northeasterly and a little bit stronger as we head into the overnight. So we look for 85 as a daytime high today, about the same tomorrow. Tomorrow, a few more clouds around and maybe a chance at some rain showers, particularly during the later half of the day and the overnight. Then on Friday, that line of showers associated with the cold front moves through. That'll probably be most likely in the second half of the day. Winds will pick up as well. Boaters, pay attention to that. It could be darn right breezy or windy on Friday. Winds subside, skies clear, temperatures fall Saturday and Sunday. Another little front moves through on Monday, and that really lowers our temperatures probably for the week ahead next week. Tuesday, temperature high, 76 degrees. Back to you.
Wow, thank you so much, John. Taking a look now at first alert traffic. We begin in Manatee County. You're seeing some delays on State Road 70 between US 301 and US 41. Expect some delays there. The interstate looks good. As we head into Sarasota County, no major delays to report. Some delays east of I-75 on Fruitville Road, but other than that, things are running smoothly in Sarasota County. And in southern Sarasota County, absolutely nothing to report at 6:15 on your Wednesday morning. In entertainment news, a scary guest star comes to ABC's The Goldbergs, and Diddy is making a big donation in the Bronx. ABC's Jason Nathanson has today's Showbiz Wrap.
Take it you work here?
Try again.
Tonight's The Goldbergs is gonna be scary.
Freddie versus Bevy. That's what I'm calling. Sweater versus sweater. Who will win?
Actor Robert Englund puts on his Freddy Krueger stuff for the first time in 15 years to guest star on the ABC sitcom. And he tells me he was hesitant when he first got the call.
Good taste, lady. And it's so strange, to be on primetime ABC Family Hour, but it's in a unique way. It's a very good fit.
Check out Freddie on The Goldbergs tonight on ABC. Call him Diddy or Puff Daddy or maybe Daddy Warbucks. Sean Combs is giving a school in the Bronx $1 million. It's for a new charter school, which already has a location in Harlem where Combs is from. And he says he knows firsthand the importance of access to free, quality education, especially for historically disadvantaged kids. Wedding bells coming for Rosie O'Donnell. The comedian, actress, and talk show host is engaged. She's 56, and her bride-to-be, Army veteran Elizabeth Rooney, is 33. This would be O'Donnell's third marriage. And happy birthday today to the year's biggest chart topper, Drake. He's now 32. And Oscar-winning actor Kevin Kline is 71. And that's what's happening in Hollywood. I'm Jason Nathanson, ABC News, Los Angeles.
And speaking of Drake, the birthday boy has broken a musical record the Beatles set over half a century ago. The Canadian rapper officially broke the record for the most top 10s on Billboard's Top 100 chart by any act in a single year, with 12 of them. The Beatles banked 11 in their breakout year back in 1964. Drake has 32 top 10 songs overall, a record for a solo male artist. He stands at the third most overall after Madonna and the Beatles. Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, we'll tell you more about the dramatic new video showing the moment a vintage plane crashed in the middle of a California freeway. And coming up at 6:30, early voting starts in Manatee County. We'll show you highlights from the debate that happened right here in our studio between the candidates running for Florida's 16th congressional district. But first, here's a look outside over the city of Sarasota. You can see the moon shining beautifully over the water. We'll be right back with more news in your forecast after this.
Ready to open up new opportunities as an electrician? Don't do it yourself. Team up with Mr. Sparky instead. We're locally owned and looking for people like you. We offer our electricians great perks that you just won't get going it alone. And whether you're an apprentice, a master electrician, or somewhere in between, we have a spot for you.
Best decision I ever made.
Apply online or call today.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Christmas Tradition by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
Blue 32! Blue 32! Hot, hot! It's the Ghetto Gridiron Challenge. The game's on to sell 2,000 vehicles. 12 teams compete for the #1 spot. Score a great deal at every Ghetto dealership. Buy with zero down. Make no payments for 90 days. Choose from 14 of your favorite brands, all on sale. Who will make it to the end zone? You decide. Rush to a Ghetto location near you or visit Ghetto.com.
Ghetto's got it.
Where to go and what to do in Birmingham, Alabama. Personalized just for you. Find your sweet spots at alabama.travel/sweetspot.
Your last chance for 2018 Honda Accords on sale is now during our model year-end sale. Drive new Accords for just $249 a month. Get an Accord, the North American car of the year, for less than the competition. With more standard features than Camry, Honda Sensing, multi-angle camera, turbocharged engine, and more. New Accords, just $249 a month. Your last chance for Accords, all on sale this week at your local Honda dealer.
Thank you. What are you doing?
You are the best protection she has. Buddy up. I'm Jill Harrington. Please visit helpsavethenextgirl.com and get involved.
We get it. You're busy. But what about those moments when life slows down? It only takes a minute to get election ready. Check your voter registration status. Make sure your signature is up to date. Review your sample ballot. Know your election dates and voting options. So take a moment. Be election ready.
I'm Secretary of State Ken Detzner. Get ready, get set, vote.
Keep up with the Suncoast. Watch your favorite ABC 7 shows on your streaming device.
Welcome back. Dramatic new video shows the moment a vintage plane crashed on a California freeway in the middle of the day. ABC's Janae Norman has the story.
In this morning's GMA First Look, a dramatic plane crash on one of California's busiest freeways in the middle of the day. Video from one driver captures the unbelievable moment as the plane barrels towards the highway, cars underneath, hitting the ground, bouncing twice, the wing kicking up dust from the hill before crashing into the center divider, erupting in flames. The airplane destroyed, but miraculously, nobody was hurt. The pilot walking out of the wreckage, despite the chaos, he remained calm. 90 gallons of fuel spilled on the roadway, closing the road for hours, creating a traffic nightmare. Cars backed up for miles.
It's awful. It's terrible. We're moving about 1 or 2 car lengths every 5 minutes. It took us about 1 hour to go 1 mile.
We'll hear from the pilot coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Janae Norman, ABC News, New York.
With uncontrolled moderate to severe eczema or atopic dermatitis, you never know how your skin will look. And it can feel like no matter what you do, you're itching all the time. But even though you see and feel your eczema on the surface of your skin, an overly sensitive immune system deep within your skin might actually be causing your eczema. So help heal your skin from within with Dupixent. Dupixent is not a steroid, and it continuously treats your eczema even when you can't see it. At 16 weeks, more than 1 in 3 patients saw clear or almost clear skin, and patients saw a significant reduction in itch. Do not use if you are allergic to Dupixent. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you have new or worsening eye problems, including eye pain or changes in vision. If you have asthma and are taking asthma medicines, do not change or stop your asthma medicine without talking to your doctor. Help heal your skin from within. Ask your eczema specialist about Dupixent.
Hi, I'm Alan. This is Bob from Publix Aprons Cooking School. Bobby, what do you have for us today?
We're going to do an herb pesto baked salmon with a quinoa kale salad on the side.
Sounds good to me.
It's all healthy stuff, man. You know me, I like my healthy stuff. That's right. All right, salmon. This is a nice fish to do this with. You can do it with a white fish and things, but salmon, very strong, and this will go very nice with it. In here, we have pesto. You can make your own. We show you how to do that in the cooking school, or you could buy some, whatever you want to do, and you add some Dijon mustard to it. Not yellow mustard. Yellow mustard is for hot dogs
and bologna
sandwiches. That's what you use that for. So we have that right here. We're going to take a little bit of salt and pepper on our salmon. This is just going to be baked, everyone. You don't want to grill it with this on there because it'll all fall off. And we'll take a little bit of our nice Dijon mustard, a little basil pesto here, and you pop this in the oven. Okay. And you cook it till, and we always say this joking around in the school, but till it's done. I don't know how thick your fish is. I don't know what your oven's on. If you have it on 350, about this thick, 10, 12 minutes, all right? So you bake that. While that's baking, we have some nice baby kale here.
Yeah, I love it.
All right, baby kale. We're gonna take some quinoa that I had cooked, all right? Quinoa, very healthy stuff. My wife loves this stuff. I tried it once, it's really good. All right, little bit of that, a little bit of Caesar dressing to make it, you know. Sure. If you wanna make this real healthy, put a nice vinaigrette on it. We'll take a little Caesar dressing. And all you do is take a little bit of lime juice, put this in here with this. I don't know if it goes in, I'm just making it up as I go. Just like that, everybody. Beautiful. Mix it around, you eat it.
Good looking plate, Bobby, thank you. Starting tomorrow, be sure to stop by your Publix Apron Simple Meals kiosk, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients for this wonderful, delicious dish. Beautiful, Bobby, thank you.
You got it, bro.
If you don't want to fall immediately into love, look away. If you don't want to awaken a desire for excellence, look away. If you don't want to be seduced, please look away.
Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Cancer doesn't run in my family. That really was the farthest thing from my mind. I've been an athlete my whole life and I work in sports, so my mindset was just, let's fight. So our stories are all unique, so whatever you're going through, ask questions, get information and be involved. Don't ignore the signs, join the fight. I'm Tony Beasley and I'm a stage 2 colorectal cancer survivor.
Hunger is a growing problem in our area, and a huge number of Suncoast residents are suffering in silence.
It could be your coworker,
your child's classmate,
or your friend fighting to secure their next meal. But you can help.
ABC7 is partnering with local organizations to help feed the Suncoast.
Go to mysuncoast.com/hunger to join the fight. Help us.
Help the hungry.
Performing on stage takes mental and physical preparation. But one thing I never thought to prepare for was cervical cancer. 91% of cervical cancers are caused by the human papillomavirus, or HPV. The good news is there are vaccines that can protect you or your children from cancer. I survived my cancer, but you can stop cancer before it starts. Talk to your doctor and go to thinkaboutthelink.org to learn more.
Meet Blue. Blue's not feeling well. The prescription? Generic medication. Blue wonders, do they really work as well as name brands? Yes, generics and name brand medications do work the same. Even though they may look different, generics have the same key ingredients. FDA approval is equally rigorous for generics to make sure they're as safe and effective as name brands. And Blue even saves some green, making him a little less, well, blue. Talk to your doctor about generics and visit fda.gov/generic drugs.
Download the all-new ABC7 First Alert weather app now. You're watching Good Morning Suncoast at 6:30.
Coming up right now, Tropical Storm Willa is pounding parts of Mexico's Pacific coast. We'll tell you how it could soon impact areas in Texas. Plus, early voting starts today in Manatee County. We'll show you highlights from the debate that happened right here in our studio between the candidates running for Florida's 16th congressional district. And we'll tell you how the Manatee County Sheriff's Office was in the right place at the right time to save one baby's life. Those stories plus your first alert forecast coming up this half hour on Good Morning Suncoast. Welcome back. I'm Jess Dowdrick. Thank you for joining us this morning. It's October 24th. I know I've said the 23rd a few days this week, but I'm behind one day. Let's head right over to First Alert meteorologist John Scalzi for a look at your forecast.
Thank you. We're looking at the winds of change in the air today. That's visible with the cloud cover that we'll see throughout the afternoon. Kind of a mix of sun and clouds. There are holes in the banks of clouds that move across us, and we will see sunshine poking through. But on balance, a lot more cloud cover around today than yesterday, and even more tomorrow as this mass of clouds advances in our direction from the western parts of Gulf waters. Not much in the way of rainfall under any of those clouds, and our rain chance today is pretty minimal as our daytime high climbs up to about 85. We'll have the complete forecast, including a much cooler weekend, coming up in just a few.
All right, thank you, John. Taking a look now at First Alert traffic this morning. We begin in Manatee County. You're seeing some usual delays on US 41 in both directions. Expect some slowdowns if you're heading that route this morning. In Sarasota County, I-75 looking good. You're seeing some delays on Fruitville Road if you're heading eastbound near the intersection of US 301. And further south into southern Sarasota County, there are no issues to report at 6:31 on your Wednesday morning. It's one of the most closely watched and important races in the upcoming general election, Florida's 16th congressional district. And just weeks before Floridians are set to go to the polls, both men running for the seat joined us here at the ABC7 studios for a live debate for the first time. ABC7's Marla Spence joins us in the newsroom now with what they had to say last night. Marla?
Jess, Congressman Vern Buchanan has represented this area, both Sarasota and Manatee County, since 2007. But his Democratic challenger, David Shapiro, a well-known trial attorney, wants to change all that. If he is successful, he'll be the first Democrat elected to Congress in this district since 1983. Now, right off the bat, during ABC's 7 exclusive debate last night, things got heated when Shapiro stated that based on Buchanan's record, he doesn't care about health care of workers, working families, seniors, or Buchanan's stated that he should be ashamed of running a negative campaign. Now, Alan Cohn asked both men how they would fix employer-based health insurance, what they would do about the national debt problem, and the future of Social Security and Medicare. We also asked Buchanan and Shapiro about the mass shootings that have claimed dozens of lives here in the U.S. and if assault-style weapons and large-capacity magazines should be banned.
But we need to do more on mental health. I'm for 100% background checks. I was one that came out early on bump stocks, so there's a lot more that we can do.
There's no reason to have a weapon, an assault weapon in civilian population. Certainly, a background check is absolutely imperative. We do not want people with a mental illness or have a history of domestic violence to have a gun. We should close all the loopholes if we're going to go to the trouble of passing these laws. We must make sure that they can't be circumvented. And I do believe that we need more money in schools, not necessarily to arm the teachers, but to put people in there who can identify kids who are in trouble.
Now, we also asked both candidates about their stance on immigration and border security. Now, you can hear where the candidates stand on all types of issues that impact people right here on the Suncoast. You can go to our website, mysuncoast.com. Jess?
All right, Marla, thank you so much. Happening today, early voting gets underway in Manatee County for the upcoming midterm elections. The ballot includes federal, statewide, and local races, as well as 12 proposed constitutional amendments and other local referendums as well. Over 13 million Floridians are registered to vote next month. For locations on where you can vote in Manatee and Sarasota counties, visit our website, mysuncoast.com. Right now, Tropical Storm Willa is pounding parts of Mexico's Pacific coast. Willa's impact is also set to cause headaches in the U.S., including one state already dealing with water woes, Texas, potentially dumping as much as 4 inches of rain on parts of the state. And Willa's waters may aggravate saturated areas and swollen rivers. In Austin, a citywide boil water ordinance was issued earlier this week, and officials stressed the importance of cutting down on water use. Sarasota County is making a continued effort to bring awareness of the life-changing effects of flooding and storm surge to homeowners. The county is urging property owners to protect themselves and their property through flood insurance, especially now that we're still in hurricane season. Just last week in Northwest Florida, 70,000 insurance claims were filed, totaling more than $680 million. That's after Hurricane Michael. We spoke to a certified floodplain manager with the county. She tells us it's better to be safe than sorry. She urges all property owners to protect themselves with flood insurance.
Flood insurance is mandatory if you have a federal backed mortgage. That could be a reverse mortgage, equity loan, if your property structure is in a high-risk area. We have just under 40,000 national flood insurance policies currently active in the county right now. Under 200,000 structures in the county. That's a guesstimate.
Property owners can learn their risk for flood at a flood zone workshop that's happening at 5:30 this afternoon at Fruitville Library. All first responders with the City of Venice have been going back and forth from the Panhandle and helping our neighbors to the north. Instead of just helping with relief efforts, the Venice Police Department says they have essentially adopted Blountstown PD. Officers with Venice PD tell us their fellow first responders are often so busy helping others, they forget to ask for help themselves. Crews will continue sending trucks full of donations and asking the public to bring in anything they can to the Venice Police Department.
New clothes, things that they can utilize, and not so much food because they're getting a lot of that, those resources from other organizations, but anything else, generators, air conditioners. It's getting to the point where they're going to start needing heat, so things like that.
Venice PD says they also plan on bringing food up to those first responders for Thanksgiving and helping the department get enough gifts for their kids for this coming Christmas. Take a look at this. Members of the Manatee County Sheriff's Office were at the right place at the right time to save a baby. Look, you can see Deputy Patty Smith holding the 4-month-old baby to save her life. The social media post says the team was in Bay County when they were approached by a frantic mother and father and nearly lifeless baby. The deputies were able to dislodge a small object from the baby's throat, saving her life. Don't forget to download our free weather app for the latest alerts. You can also check out weather and hurricane center tabs on our website, mysuncoast.com. You'll also find a link there to our 1-hour hurricane special and our printable hurricane guide. New guidelines are in place in the Sarasota County School District to make schools safer for gender diverse students. The new guidelines give power to transgender students to decide which pronoun they want to use and what bathroom or locker room they'll use as well. The LGBTQ community sees this as a major victory, but School Board Chair Bridget Ziegler has issues with the new guidelines because she says the school board and community were not involved in this discussion. She believes this is a matter that should involve the parents.
It not being publicly discussed is a major issue for me, and I believe that the public deserves to have to hear the discussion and also provide feedback.
It's very important, I think, from a visibility standpoint for both our youth and also for their families and their loved ones to say, we're here, we support you, we know that you have unique needs, and we're going to put around you whatever plan we have to ensure that you don't feel like you're walking on eggshells.
The district says they worked with a committee made up of administrators, principals, counselors, and community partners to finish developing these guidelines. Superintendent Todd Bowden says he'll comment on the issue after the guidelines are released to school principals. That's happening later today. Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, it's important for a woman to have a healthy lifestyle during pregnancy, but we'll tell you why a new study suggests dad's habits could have an impact on your child's DNA too. And we'll tell you what the Pentagon is now saying about the massive migrant caravan headed for the U.S. border. But first, let's take a look at Capitol Hill. We're looking live there this morning. What a beautiful view, waiting for the sun to rise. For our forecast here, let's head over to First Alert meteorologist John Scalzi.
We've got a little bit of cloud cover across the region right now, but no rain in the forecast, so none of the inclement weather boxes checked on our drive time forecast. We're looking at quiet conditions both to and from work, I think. Low 70s on the way out with a sun-cloud mix. And on the way home, temperatures running in the low 80s, partly cloudy to partly sunny, and dry conditions. We'll have the complete forecast for you coming up in a few.
For the best car buying experience, go to Sunset Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat in Sarasota, where you always get better prices and a bigger selection, like the lowest prices and largest selection of American-made muscle. Right now, get the forever furious Dodge Challenger SXT, or get best-in-class highway driving range and all the horsepower you can handle in a new Dodge Charger SXT. Your choice, just $23,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat in Sarasota.
I was always worried and scared. Mom was in pain. She wasn't going to get any better, and all the trips to the ER were painful for all of us. Then we called Tidewell Hospice, and everything changed. Now she has care in our home when she needs it, surrounded by family. We know we don't have much time left with Mom, but we decided to make the best out of that time. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
Picking out a new ceiling fan? That's a do-it-yourself. Installing your new ceiling fan?
No.
That's a don't do-it-yourself. For ceiling fans, rewires, or anything electrical, play it safe. And call on the trained electricians from your locally owned Mr. Sparky. It's no accident that so many of our customers are repeat customers. Trust Mr. Sparky for all your electrical repairs.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Enjoy fine wine and great foods, all while supporting a great cause. It's the 17th annual Suncoast Food and Wine Fest, happening Saturday, November 10th from 1 to 4 p.m. at the Premier Sports Campus in Lakewood Ranch. Taste hundreds of wines from around the world and sample great food from the area's finest restaurants. All proceeds go to local charities and Rotary projects. For tickets and information, visit suncoastfoodandwinefest.com.
Chris Domine is a husband, father, an athlete, even an Ironman. But 10 years ago, Chris's kidneys were failing.
The doctor said if you don't do dialysis, if you don't get a kidney transplant, you are going to die.
Then Chris received a second chance, made possible by an organ donor.
Your well-being changes from loss of hope to better times ahead.
Imagine what you could make possible. Learn more and sign up as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Go to organdonor.gov.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Remember that to love America is to love all Americans, because love has no labels.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert weather forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
72 degrees our air temperature, a little bit of cloud cover out there, and we have a northeast wind that has brought in a little bit more humidity. We're at 68 degrees now as a dew point value, as opposed to low 60s, upper 50s, which we were just 24 hours ago. In fact, across the board, all of our weather watchers are reporting a little bit more humidity and a little bit more warmth in the air out there. Cooper in central Sarasota has 76 degrees. Becky in Omayaka, 66. Scott, who lives in Pinecrest, has 72. Jeff in Laurel Park coming in with 73. Richard in Northport, 72. So is Al in Northport, different part of Northport, coming in at 72 as well. So a pretty popular number. Today, I think we'll see our temperatures continue to climb up to about 85 for a daytime high. Kind of a mix of sun and clouds. Sometimes it'll be partly cloudy. Sometimes it'll be mostly cloudy. I don't think we'll see much in the way of rainfall. Rainfall kind of at a minimum out here in Gulf waters. You know, it's not out of the question that you get a little bit of a sprinkle from maybe some of the thicker clouds that are moving by, but nothing appreciable today. The cloud cover kind of riding on this general zonal flow from west to east across Gulf waters, and that will continue throughout the day. It's going to take an area of low pressure that's developing back here in the western Gulf and let it ride right on that railroad track of upper level winds and bring it across North Florida, I think probably by Friday, probably midday to late day Friday. We'll see the frontal boundary itself actually move through. The cold front, that's the one that may have a line of some storms with it that could produce showers, thunderstorms, maybe some severe weather. We'll be monitoring for that, but really the severe weather threat looks like it's going to be much further north. The area of low pressure is also going to tap into some of Willa's moisture as it lifts northward and falls apart over Mexico. The whole system lifts off to the north and to the east and brings that heavy rainfall across the northern Gulf waters. The heaviest of the rain does indeed look like it'll fall in Louisiana, Alabama, and Georgia, and maybe the Florida Panhandle as well. As the front moves through our area, we will get that line of showers moving through until it finally clears the state, and we're left with a little residual cloud cover, but that too should clear out. Storm Prediction Center lists the northern part of the state, around the Big Bend region, and points north, as having the most likely location for severe weather, and really that severe weather threat is really in the marginal category. At this point, we are not included in that, but like I say, we'll keep an eye on it, monitor it, and let you know if there are any changes in that threat for us. Certainly the winds will be strong. Northeast wind coming in at about 10 to 15 today, light chop, 2-foot seas. Probably going to need a small craft advisory as we head into Friday. 127 will be our high tide, low tide 729. And the forecast for the week ahead looks like this. It's nice. 85 today, 86 tomorrow. The chances of rain increase on Friday with that front. Then we clear over the weekend, turn a little cooler. We have another front on Monday that bumps us down even further. Looks like Halloween forecast is going to be A-OK. Temperatures running in the 70s next week. Back to you.
All right. Thank you so much, John. Taking a look now at first alert traffic. We begin in Manatee County. Some of your usual delays on US 301, US 41, and State Road 64. Nothing major to report, though. Taking a look in Sarasota County now. Some minor slowdowns on University Parkway and Bee Ridge Road. Again, nothing major happening so far this morning. And in southern Sarasota County, there's absolutely nothing to report traffic-wise at 6:46 on your Wednesday morning. In Health Smart, you've probably heard how important it is for a woman to have a healthy lifestyle before and during pregnancy. But a new study suggests dad's diet and exercise habits could have an impact on that child's DNA too. Researchers split male mice into 4 groups with 2 fed high-fat diets and 2 on normal diets, with some in each group left free to exercise. The result? Both sets of mice that exercised, no matter their diet, had healthier offspring. And you don't have to join CrossFit for a year before starting a family. Their research suggests that dads becoming more active just 1 month before conception can make a big difference. Right now, the Pentagon is sending out a warning to thousands of migrants marching toward Mexico, backing up President Trump's threats to stop the group from crossing the U.S. border. CNN's Camila Burnell is in Mexico City with the latest.
The caravan will not cross our southern border illegally under any circumstances.
Thousands of people, a massive caravan of migrants marching toward the United States. They say they're marching away from a life of hardship and violence in their home countries, hoping for a new beginning in the U.S.
In Honduras, there is no money, no jobs, a lot of crime, there is no security. So people look for these caravans to live a better life and to protect our families.
President Trump has repeatedly condemned the migrants' movements, threatening to declare a national emergency and cut off aid to countries that failed to prevent the migrants from entering the U.S. The president also claiming that terrorists, criminals, and, quote, unknown Middle Easterners have camouflaged themselves, blending into the massive group. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo is standing by the president's claims.
There is no proper accounting of who these individuals in the caravan are, and this poses an unacceptable security risk to the United States.
A senior counterterrorism official disputes that, saying there's no evidence that ISIS or other terror groups are trying to infiltrate the southern U.S. border. And as for the people seeking asylum in the United States, they say all they want is support.
I left because of my daughters, because there's a lot of bad people who want them. So sincerely, we cannot stay in my country.
In Mexico City, I'm Camila Burnell.
And President Trump has signed a bill into law that will help fund critical projects like beach renourishment and environmental protection. The bill will allow the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers to construct, expedite, modify, and study more than 100 water resource projects. It will also increase water storage in the West, replenish shorelines across Florida, and build new dams where they're needed nationwide. We'll be right back with your top 7 before 7, but first we're taking a live look outside over the city of Sarasota. If you look closely, you can see Sarasota Military Academy and the buses pulling up for their day of school. We'll be right back.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Blue 32, Blue 32, hot, hot. It's the Ghetto Gridiron Challenge. The game's on to sell 2,000 vehicles. 12 teams compete for the #1 spot. Score a great deal at every Ghetto dealership. Buy with 0 down. Make no payments for 90 days. Choose from 14 of your favorite brands, all on sale. Who will make it to the end zone? You decide. Rush to a Ghetto location near you or visit Ghetto.com.
Ghetto's got it.
Who else has been taking your prescriptions? Keep your medicine and your family safe and secure. Mind your meds. To learn how we can help, visit the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids at drugfree.org.
You want a Maserati, but you need an SUV. Why not have both? Levante, the Maserati of SUVs.
Experience it at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Investigate TV tackles the tough topics.
What happened to my life was awful.
When your health is compromised, we investigate.
They are really drug dealers in white coats.
Corporate greed exposed.
How do you trust them to run this program?
The powerful held accountable with in-depth journalism led by award-winning journalist Lee Zurich. We're your watchdog. Search Investigate TV on your Roku device. Download it now.
So I kind of grew up all across the country. I come from 5 generations of military men. My dad is still active duty. My grandpa is retired Marines. I like going for runs with my dog. I love, taking her out to the dog beach over in Venice. There are so many things here to do on the Suncoast. My goal every day when I come into work at ABC7 is to tell your stories, give you that major local news and those details that you really care about. I'm Jacqueline Matter, and I'm here for you.
I'm Alan Cohn. A renewed battle over transgender bathroom rights. Sarasota County is working on a new policy, and that's news to the school board.
Tonight on ABC7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Welcome back. It's time for your top 7 before 7 o'clock. First up, number 1, your final look at the forecast with John Scalzi.
Yeah, it looks pretty good for us today. I think we're looking at a slow increase in our humidity. You'll be noticing that as you step out the door. Rain's coming our way on Friday. That's part of a frontal boundary that'll come through and provide us with a cooler weekend. And next week looks pretty nice. I think on Halloween, we'll probably have a daytime high in the mid to upper 70s. Not too bad. Back to you.
All right, John, number 2 is first alert traffic. In Manatee County, we're seeing your usual delays southbound on US 41, also northbound on US 301 before you get to State Road 70. Other than that, it's smooth sailing right now at 6:53 on your Wednesday morning. Number 3, better luck next time. There's at least one winner in the highly anticipated Mega Millions lottery drawing. The jackpot had grown to $1.6 billion ahead of last night's drawing. If you're still feeling lottery fever, don't worry. The Powerball jackpot is up to over $600 million with the next drawing scheduled for tonight. Number 4, one of the biggest debates of this election season aired last night right here on ABC 7. The 16th Congressional District candidates, Republican Vern Buchanan and Democrat David Shapiro, went head-to-head at the trapezoid. If you missed the debate, you can find the entire thing on our website, mysuncoast.com. And number 5, new guidelines regarding transgender students are being implemented at Sarasota County schools. Transgender students can now decide which pronoun and name they will utilize, and as well as which bathroom or locker room that they plan on using. Number 6, members of the Manatee County Sheriff's Office were at the right place at the right time to save a baby's life. The team was in Bay County when they were approached by a frantic mother and father and nearly lifeless baby. The deputies were able to dislodge a small object from that baby's throat, saving her life. Finally, number 7, what's trending? The shipwreck is going viral after being found at the bottom of the Black Sea. Marine scientists say they have discovered the world's oldest intact shipwreck over a mile below the surface. Carbon dating puts the Greek trading vessel back to 400 BC, making it around 2,400 years old. Researchers spent 3 years surveying the seabed and came across more than 60 shipwrecks in the process, including this one. The coolest part is that due to a lack of oxygen that far below the surface, the mast, rudders, and rowing benches are all preserved.
How cool is that?
It's amazing how large our ocean is that they can still find things like that. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Stick around. Good Morning America is coming up next. Have a wonderful day.